Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Dissing Disabilities, where we talk about subjects around disability and knocking down barriers one issue at a time. And I am your host, R. Michael Schlesinger. So today is probably the episode that everybody wants to hear about. What to do in the meeting and how will it go? So what I want to spend the first few minutes is recap what happened the last episode when we discussed what to do before the meeting. The first thing is that you've gathered all your documents together. You have written to the school district requesting tape recording. The reason that you do that is you must give the district ample notice that you are going to record. Most times they will say yes. If they do grant you the request, they will also do it. The reason it's a good idea is even if you bring somebody with you, the tape recorder is a great backup for note-taking, so that way you don't miss anything and you can take it home. Any request that you make in writing make for a great paper trail, because I'm a big believer, if it isn't in writing, it didn't happen, and it won't happen. So after you've got all of that and you've got all your documentation, you're ready to, and you've also requested anything that the IEP team wants to present to the team ahead of time, so you've had a chance to review it. Now you're ready to walk into the room and have a meeting with the IEP team itself. If this is your first meeting, make sure that all of your concerns are being addressed. Stay focused and stay calm, and don't get hung up on any of the details, small details. Now, if for some reason you'd like the IEP team all to be present, for the whole meeting, but for the most part, that's not going to happen. If they can be there for part of it, that's great. The most important thing is that you want your child's resource teacher to be there for as much of the meeting as possible. Now, let's just say for some reason that the resource teacher who's teaching special ed could not attend that day. It is okay for you to stand up and say, as a parent, they are the ones who know my child the best. If they're not here today, I'd like to continue the meeting to the next time that we can schedule an IEP meeting. Do not be afraid to make such requests, because the more you get used to making such requests and standing up and being a vocal part of your child's IEP team, the more empowered you become. Remember, you are a vital part of the IEP team. You know your child the best. Paint a picture of your child so everybody gets to know who your child is. Don't stand for what they want to do. You need to get what your child needs. I can't stress this next point enough. You do not have to sign the IEP right away. Many people feel pressure because district officials want you to sign everything right away. You don't have to. You need time to think. You need time to know whether these are appropriate things for your children or child. So it's okay for you to either sign all parts, some parts, or no parts of the IEP. You can just sign for participation that you showed up to the IEP if you disagree with what is set forth in the IEP. Now, my recommendation is that you have some time during the meeting to review what they've written. If there are points in the IEP that you agree upon, please make them activated by signing them. And the ones that you don't agree with, please leave blank, and again, stand up, be empowered, and say, I'm taking this home to decide about it, and I will get it back to you. Take the stuff home with you and review it very, very carefully. And again, we're going to discuss later on what to do after the meeting, but the most important thing is review, and make any changes that you need to, and get it back to school and get it in place as soon as possible. And also the last part of this. Now, let's say at a meeting you signed a portion of your child's IEP that you agreed with at one point, and after you get it back, you think, what did I say that? Maybe I felt under pressure. You can withdraw at any time any part of the IEP because you're the one that gives ultimate consent. So I know this was a lot to divulge in one episode, and I might have been talking a little fast. So play this episode back as many times as you need. Contact any special ed resources if you need to. You can contact me via email, and I'd be happy to answer. Or I can also be available for consultation in person or via Skype. My email is rob@specificallyspeaking.com. And I also ask that you can request my book via email or on Amazon.com. And I also would love you to leave a comment at the bottom of the screen. And if you, the most important thing that you can do is subscribe, because when you subscribe, we grow. When we grow, we get to stick around. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.